Very important. Yes, Chairman Wontumi, they have rushed him to the hospital. Obwa. Because the theater do. Chairman Wontumi said the on that eoco honomo into Oyare. You have to go hospital. They say I rushed to the hospital. Kwasiatu. The Bema had left. Then I had left. Now Juni had left. Abuofunu also Oyare. If they see breaking news, Chairman Wontumi high or tete or so Oyare into you have to go to hospital. Mumbo to engineer. Wait, get it. Mumbo lagatin no. Chairman Wontumi de kwa. Mumbo lagatin pa. Preko di edibi. No wu fem we kuni podi galamse asedi pa. Enti Chairman Wontumi say, yes, thank you. Kwansma told me. Kwansma so dey also update pa o. Kwansma say, Chairman Wontumi breaking news now. Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the story, please. Chairman Wontumi say oyari gidi. Enti ya rush Chairman Wontumi. Ya rush Chairman Wontumi gidi. E de ne call eye hospital. Adentra Chairman Wontumi say obre owu oyare oboa. Okwa oba mo wona lagatin. Obedu na so odampa so a nurse for mo fa shoe pan here, munim shoe pan here. De de pam mpobo an shoe no. Oda wona ka some body injection a na mo shoe pan na mo de won to. Oye na mo de ekura munim kura na mo de hwiri trim. Oye boy na mo de hammer, mo de won aso na so na de bo ha. Oga se bi wuo na mo tam eye woma na chia. Na mo de bo de chi pow. Oga se boy na mo de eye de bansere ana baranzu. Na mo de twa na chi. Osi na mo de so hye guru so. Osaka sana mo de nsanso na ka ho. Owia no mo twaja to mu. Agwa madam, Chairman Wontumi. And enko tie lawyer, Chairman Wontumi lawyer. Yes say the lawyer kasa.
My client has been taken to hospital for medical treatment.
So you've been in for about 6 hours. What has been happening in there?
We have given our statements. They preferred some allegations against him. He responded to them. We haven't finished with interrogation, so we'll come back to continue. Hopefully tomorrow, if his condition improves. Otherwise, he will stay there until that the doctors discharge him, and then we will come back to continue the interrogation. Nevertheless, we have also received this afternoon a writ of summons from Exim Bank, and we are going to respond to the pleadings tomorrow. And I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to mount a defense of the writ. When we are in court, we will indicate that to the court that this we consider a civil matter, for which reason Exim Bank has issued a writ of summons to us, which we are also responding. So this one of a supposed criminal investigation, I am sure and confident that we will be able to also surmount a defense.
Finally, what were the charges that were preferred against him in there?
The laid charges of yes, the laid charges of the relationship between himself and Exim Bank and supposed
I mean, so as you can see, Lawyer Andy Apiakubi is going to his car. What we do know now, we can confirm.
Abibi, sabi catch up from day one. Mese party a omwe Jimmy pa ebini. There's no direction oh. Dabi. Ome mole for. Edem hey. Gidi no me not form. No ma sorry. Move. Gidi. Kala move the di omwe Jimmy. Party way. No coordination, no organization, nothing. Omo mudi party de chiro mu school. And debi ayaka, yesi am no kase, yesi Chairman Wontumi na kuma yare aba oyare, be ma 10 gram a sebi oni be ma chia na ko to hospital. Monfa abodi kemfa no to. And yesi oda hospital no, eye Exim Bank for enso the letter ba say Chairman Wontumi, omne no court ombra. Chairman Wontumi, me say, o betete, o to betete, o be bre. Na maka, when you say Chairman Wontumi kwa na bebre, amanfo bo bebre o Ghana no, you'll be shocked. Now they be me say politics ya de kwasia de to me. For 8 years, Chairman Wontumi to a good deal with Ghana. Chairman Wontumi the Minerals Commission, the document by Akwa we are the illegal. Chairman Wontumi nya sika betena TV so eyi sika free ne pa. Hwe ade a me be kire wo. Hwe oba besia. Enya kwasia na wo ya, enya jimi na wo ya, oba besia. Ah, sebio kwasia mpenyi we tu gold enya sika hwe ne yire, kwa Chairman Wontumi yire. Mama me Chairman Wontumi yire ne pictures ni videos oye. Kwa photo shoot af Chairman Wontumi yire ye. Uhwe ni sisi. Ice a cement bag. And cement bag edi ensa abobɔ ho and aye ding. Wa twitwa body no and o te dem ye photo shoot. Ye de kwasia de gitumi hwe. Chairman Wontumi yira da. Ne mada hwe kwasia ba. Wakasa Wontumi nkasa. Ise ko hwe de dross mu nyina for ding. O yini dross no puruma mu nyina manya ntoburo. Adan ya onte asie se Chairman Wontumi. Kwasia to Jamestown ote. Party ni menhia de te no. Why we nim den say case 5. O ko ama why na o ko ama no. Wa no say so holy. O ko ama why e na bebre oba besia wo de wabo D30 92 Brazil e na hye wo ko ase. Wo ma se wa wo nko ade a wo mba gufie na wo du jimi ko ama Chairman Wontumi. Kwasi ampanyi no eyi gold free ne pana wen. Chairman Wontumi wo gina ho na ne yiri gina ho oba hu se wo ye preko oba ware oba no. Obana twitwa the body ye photo shoot odo o dross mu in fifre gina ho ko ama wan wa basa se osono before am demonstration adwumi e sure say mu tie me muni ma brand we the one first say nice guy, very nice guy odu girl che obebre fucking obe adwuma kese extra muni no na o presidential staffer I year of return your friend Jake Bediako muni no nice guy. Kwasi afọ mu fi mu ye demonstration we mu na no mo sign omukuta omu run system no we hu no demonstration as that kwasi why we use case 5 ayo tuje bo Chairman Wontumi ye de mo beji to me saa ye mo se moa we ye fa ni Jake Bediako no ye presidential staffer we hu ne da wo oba we a wo kasa wo mu tutuo se kokuo no oba kasa hey woman please can you step back sana be ka kire I say odum bon we mu no omu fragrance ni papa o. We mu ye djuma or your presidential staffer year of return Jake Bediako onye kwasi afọ bugu abontina mo ndaye we wada baba ne jantra fo mi ansa di ne nchen he's slanging so about we na no be say man say woman stay back please stay back ohonka unimu no odo kwasi aye demonstration ma Chairman Wontumi presidential staffer we hu ne da the Ghana military. I am sending this message to the CDS. Release the Ghana military on these thugs. These are not people who are ready to help us build a democracy. If they have to shoot, they have to shoot. If we don't take care, these MPP thugs, this is not supposed to happen in 2025. The military, a Ghana police service, you need to open fire. You have friendly fire you can open. You need to open fire because journalists, their lives are at stake here. Ordinary people who are not part of this demonstration, their life too is at stake. We cannot allow political party muni pebi emfa emrane enche omode omonsa omobo journalist omo tata obia otu video num omo ka say we know where you live. That means they want to go murder him. They said it on camera. Omo catch and say we know where you live. We will come to your house. Meaning these MPP thugs, Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the Nanabi video. Ewie Nanabi call eoco and he gathered the young boys. Or gather boys na mo ye djuma o Chairman Wontumi e ne galam say site no ka so omunko. Omo ba back no, this is what they are doing. And we all saw the video na journalist no try to explain reporter show video no. The police cars were there, they were attacking the police. The journalist was reporting exactly what was happening, which we all saw on camera. And then they came slapping the guy, throwing pebbles at him and harassing him. This is a political party. Almost say for 2 mima. This is a party. Its own executive, the leadership of the party, they sanction. This is a political party. They sanction murders of Ghanaians. And this is what you are seeing. So even on camera, they are not shy to do it. This is the NPP. And you see, this attacks you are seeing, it has been sanctioned by the party headquarters. On sa fenyo making kasa on say omu nyina mba ho because they want the people to go and cause the chaos. They want them to go kill. Then after that, they will come on Joy News and say, we apologize. We didn't know what was going on. I am telling you, right now, because Joy News, they will be going there to say, oh, we are sorry. They will kill you. After that, they will come and tell you we are sorry. That is the NPP for you. That's why I keep telling Ghanaians, say, part way, we are not supposed to even think about allowing them close to power again. This is the kind of Brian Champon politics, you know. Imagine Brian Champon is a flag bearer. Imagine these people are leading you. Do you know what they do? This is the party every single day. This is what they do. They attack the military, they attack the police, and then they will come and say they were rather the victims. And now we are seeing everything on camera. This is the NPP. Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the video of Nana B and Sanamako, the other issues also. Nana B, Ejina TV, so catch the Ghana for say, eoco in front of eoco building, eoco. Okay, I say, Omo Kwaba, we will hear from them. And that is what they are doing. Nana B catch the Ghana for say, Omo Ko Abba. And when they left, all that they went to do was that they went and did what? They went and gathered these criminals. So you need to understand, say, party way and your party I also Ghana for. Thank you very much. The video is here. I'm show video, no. So this was what they did in the afternoon. Oba hono oni Justin Kodua ne ba ewiano. Ena omu such a Wontumi. Legally, he has been held at eoco. Eoco, someone who's a probable cause or some hold you or some hold you. There's a reason why eoco is keeping a Chema Wontumi. Eoco and Cassom Beku Chema Wontumi. Eoco and Cassom Body too. Eoco, they are holding him because of a reason. And they are going to come give us the reason. Into Eoco no omundi bonibia. They have not gone against the law. You can say you don't agree with them, but eoco embum raso. But Nana B mo echo eriano. Omu who say adiano sebio obu hia thugs any criminals mama attack soldier for any police for no. This is what Nana B said in the afternoon. And we omo ye.
Then he's picked up in such a Rambo style. Look, trust me, we are not going to sit down. We are not going to allow this political intimidation, harassment to go on. Trust me. In the coming days, you hear from us.
What are you going to do in
In the coming days, you will hear from us.
The voice of the people is the
you
voice
will hear
of
from
God.
us.
But are you going
The fact that you have no,
But
you see, if you have an overwhelming endorsement from the people, it doesn't mean you need to harass the people.
What kind of life is that?
It doesn't mean you have to harass the people. You invite somebody, the person honors the invitation, and then right afterwards, just at the premises,
Rambo style.
he's picked up as if he's a common thief. We have said that yes, we want to cooperate lawfully with any form of investigation. We have said.
So after they left the premises, and I'm call back, and then they gathered all the thugs. Oh, son, and say, "I'm gonna Accra Shantadi Blue Army. Akosia menu. Then when it's a toilet, no, sa girl, bino. On na shechiri, and I'm sa hungry boys, criminals, ex-convicts. And omu say omu ntaman nadie. And omu from Blue Army. Those are the boys they have given guns to. And as boys, I can show you a video of them. I'm going to Accra, I'm TV, Blue Army. Akosia made in the shade. Sikana, Rebecca Kufa the man, no, and no, and Odiako high boys. And they are from Blue Army. And I'm not crying, no more medanko for bonko for two. Akosia made Munma Akosia Megabina and when they say, pardon. Saga Obina also person ko MP Adentano. Those are the things they are doing in Ghana. Anytime Ghana police say, any Ghana military say, if anybody misbehaves, gun the person down. Bonito. Next time, no kwasiana obumrasono because you see, we have been in this country. Every time the NPP comes to power, they kill and they walk. Every single day, the NPP under power, no, they intentionally use the military and the police to kill people. They walk freely. Nobody does anything to them. Obedisa Lord Komi, the bodyguard elbow bitu and they seen the bodyguard away. And that is what they believe in. So right now, what they are doing, and they say they want to try and cause a lot of chaos because now let me show you another video of NPP supporters threatening this journalist again. Say today is his last day. Now let me show you. This is the NPP. Makachiro. Do not underestimate the NPP. Dangerous. They will kill you And the Ghana Police Service are not supposed to play with them and say, these are people we have to live with. You need to make sure the law applies. Now, I'm just be threatening journalists. They know where he lives. They will kill him. And I'm telling you, the NPP, they will kill him.
At the eoco building, the situation largely calm has been restored, and still some of the party supporters are being violent, acting violently, and you can see that on your screens with the assault, verbal assault this time around, after the physical assault on my person.
What did he say? Can you tell me one word?
That is an F word we can't use on television. It's so indecent we can't say it on television.
He said an F word.
So
the man is speaking gun.
The situation.
The man is speaking gun, and you are saying it's an F word.
The situation is.
The man is speaking gun.
Calm has been restored here in front of the eoco building.
F word.
And
listen, this guy is a dangerous character.
Clearly,
to be on our media.
The
party
supporters.
It's a very dangerous character.
And you find. So you find the assault right live on television. So largely, like I said, calm has been restored here. The security operatives have succeeded in ensuring that calm is restored, but the difficult situation keeps unfolding here at the entrance of the eoco building here. You just heard the indecent language that has been used here on me by some of the party supporters here in front of the eoco building.
Today's your last day.
So as we speak, Chairman Wontumi is still in this particular on me by some of the party supporters here in front of the eoco building.
Today's your last day.
So as we speak, Chairman Wontumi is still in this particular building, the eoco building. We cannot report whether or not he's been detained or he's been interrogated by eoco officials. And clearly, some of the party supporters are not happy.
Joy, multimedia should be very careful. And you people might think the NPP for they are joking. Today is your last day. The Blue Army for now, Blue Army no. On Ghana no blue shirt nice or stop you no. On the Blue Army, this is the guy. Ghana no blue shirt to a video no. This is the guy who formed the Blue Army. Now let me tell you. They will use the Blue Army to attack this journalist. They will kill him. This guy is the leader of that thing they call Blue Army. So Blue Army boys now, majority of them are thugs. Majority of them are murderers. These are boys they picked from different groups are deadly. Now, this is the guy that knows blue shirt now is Mamon Kasano. He is the leader of the Blue Army. And let me tell you, they will kill the reporter. They said, today is your last day. And this guy needs to be questioned. They are the people who, at the end of the day, Ghana. He is the one behind the Blue Army. From today, is this guy. He formed that group. They formed it. And the idea is that they want to use these boys to cause a lot of mayhem in Accra. So the IGP and the military, the people right now standing at eoco, are a danger to our democracy. Say Obida Hujina Yoko and the police and the military betoma see them as enemies. They can attack the police, they can attack the military, gun them down. Shoot them before they shoot, because some of them they have guns on them. This is an advice to the Ghana Police Service. This is an advice to the military. Mobo Kellas and Majority of these boys out there, Wontumi Galam say sight. They have guns. They are hiding around. Samobo Kelesa, they are going to kill. They will shoot the military and say they know nothing about it. So the military should be on standby. The police, you should be on standby. Chairman Wontumi Obiankuno, he's being detained on chain Emrano. Nobody has the right to even come and demonstrate and attack a journalist or attack a police vehicle. The police should be on standby. So be a ke or someone keke. So be a keke or someone keke because these people, we have seen them before. They did it. Ayawaso West Wagon. We saw the way they murdered, they shot people, and they were excited about it. We should not underestimate the NPP. This is the NPP for you today. Who is a leader there? Who is a leader? Now, there's one thing I want to tell you young people in Ghana. Any more bruchira, mu bibi on social media na mu diechiri. I never say. The social media you see there, that is where some people eat. The social media you see, that is where some people who are depressed, omutia bruchiri, and Ghana, that is where depression, that's where they go and release tension. The social media you see there, mu bibi ana mu diechiri, obi ke bibi ana mu diechiri no. That social media now it can destroy you one time. So we won't start the way in political party. Who MPP nesi wanna make Yankopon hatasuri obawe odurumensha ebe pamne sakoko. Minim tribal yet, but she sounds like a baby enclining. Asante form what party because of here inclinia boa head oye. Omo the party be Jessica. Da ben na won say ya chi obi wa MPP mu eye demonstration wo hu gabi o cheda ko wom. Mwe Jimmy obi maami o. The name say case 5. Da ben na who's a party near demonstration eye gidigidi a police ni betuma bow to a wo hu bedi etu o hobby. The name say case 5 in China. Da ben na who's a party no eye sa nyobo ya eye kedofori ta asori film pass say o ba be gina hobby. Da ben na wo hu bi. Da ben na wo hu achemfo na omudi party na nim government sika. Some petter no good Jubilee House na omutumi crap pizza every UK 3 hours na play the abano. San konfono da ben ni wo se ebi gina ho ye we mo ye nwan mo ye nkwasiafo ma. Ye bebo mutu akum de bia because ye de kwasiaba na gitumi. Ebi nie. Mike ko hedan o dem nso tope na enwunu. Chairman Wontumi aye galamse wo Ghana ha nyina ode ne bagogo abrochire. We see 9,000. Kwasi ampenyi webusua dan krampo uni bebi a odi sika beye. Why we nim say case 5 usi the enya den. Party no mo betamu sika. Oma party ye from what this year. And the yebusa na po say Chairman Wontumi na ya frɛ no odwene ho sen. Munche de na po kan ye. Na po de no kan ye.
Chairman Wontumi was at the police headquarters yesterday. Have you read it? Have you seen what happened in his home on Friday?
I wasn't here when it happened, but I've seen yesterday on some of the portals that Chairman Wontumi was impeccably dressed, went to the police headquarters. I hear he was being cautioned and he'll find his way in court. You see, when you're in a public space or you are contracting on behalf of the state, you have to make sure that at any time, when you are called to account, you do your best. Forget about the propaganda and the noise around. You have to get yourself ready for accountability every time.
Asantefo, mona mudi matempa. We dey this year, wakane brofo. Mia ekoya na mesa bejudwom. Yebusa na po se mo chairman Wontumi. And the police for amoa no. Say, ombe yinsem ya no ma yamoa na hye. Mo se ho. Chairman Wontumi, me hu se address pa. Na ewiase de the moment oni abiding sa woso. I was say we are wadwene say why you ready say imre bia beto nsa afro so abokoro no bia obeyi ano what asema na po ka kire no o say so oni abiding sa woso anyway bia oni aban edin sa woso bia no on de o ka Chairman Wontumi say sabio ye tete abetie no na ne cha no no e na sabio otwe ankwa ne wonam de ekọ into o say o ka Chairman Wontumi say ombre no wase na woni abiding sa woso nko ade o se nka wo ya wadwene se dan ya betija inti na nka wo se de bia no boa wo ho o ka kire ne se munja no no mre evi se ono nko na di sika no nyansa kasa na ono mo ka no wo oba why wonim se case 5 ayeti anchen na po se mon kan Chairman Wontumi se wo nko awudi a wo nko awo ne Agwa mada metebe. Agwa metebe. Pia. Na po brofo kan ni nyame body tofa. Ose wonko di wonko ne. Enti sa oni aban edi nsa woso a e wo se o kai se o yofo nsa no. Da chi ye bebusa wo sa wonsa no wen. Enti na po se mo amudi na giri mo agimi. Na time na o buru sika na o dwiri asase no. Na o di sika di contract na nkwasiafo bo wen. Abonike. All right, now remember mo pack dollar egu dem na mo pese bu be yepie no nsemu sisi. Nsemu sisi ni say enda na dwumi no ka say eye dollar no eye 10.545 and the we $1 eye 10 cedis 45 eye Ghana. Time na Ekufuado ne Bawumia economic management team ene eye FX committee chairman Bawumia Efrisu no now $1 eye 17 Ghana cedis. John Mahama abetna abemu on Professor Nano Poku Ajiman in less than 6 months. Dollar no move from 17 to 10.45. So what dollar gudema Fako Bank of Ghana nekwaji usidi. Now one yan in tema by July me I can tell you that dollar no ewo around 8.5 by July now 8.5. So do not underestimate this. Ujimia within a year now dollar na 1:1. It's more people for na mu years kano. Monya fast na mon Fako Bank of Ghana. Mon Fanko mo se omoma musidi. Na afei sika ne fa so mraso. Because a man shen year a bedu 2 months no na capre ni mu ho. Intend the dollar na ewo 10.45. Hey JM. John Mahama. Yenia o. Asemi na mkokan ya na amanfo ti ase. Another one. Mr. S. Do you have that video for me? You downloaded it, Mr. S. You remember? We done. Tomorrow we'll take care of that. All right, boss. Okay, boss. So, inti asona ko kana ko any problem no. John, Mr. President, with all due respect, I love you and you love me. No homo. Mr. John Mahama. Asemu won dey an kind thing, but meka. Mr. John, anka odi dru 10-1 ananka we jaye wo kakra. Ai because me namfo bebre wo Germany, omudo muntani sika ehia omo. Enti eye Germany bogus ne se men kan kire wo se omo mo Germany UK omo 2 hours. Ye ne wa America dey 8 hours. So 40 hours a week. Omo mo UK, Germany, any sa Europe, France for omo makọ enima 2 hours 30 minutes. Omo no omo niska sa ehia omo. Omo de meka kire Mr. President. Europe for no jai enu ntina omo tumi kan kwase asem social media no. Ai omo de ehia omo, enyo omo nyina ba dodo na ehia omo. Enti Mr. President ke we mpo de Kenya America for asem ye de okay. Ya give for de oh ye ba kwa extra be fam. We the UK for na make asa mo bo mo. Ai because I don't know triba for na uku UK for no. Minke okay bini ya no Mr. President UK emobo UK bogus Germany bogus Mr. President Italy bogus broke wa Germany bogus emobo la hwa enkran for hwa kan nkran mu san Germany bogus ni Italy bogus ni French bogus France bogus no o ma say hwa Mr. President emobo la hwa la leson Mr. President we like the speed but lower the speed small so that Germany bogus near the idea no because they okay Yankee for the UK we are good we're doing well we are okay we are okay we are begging for the UK we are begging for the Germany for we are begging for the France for say Mr. President maningina 10 kakra because 2 hours no mo na me wo nkofo UK me de omo beba fie ebi mo UK a omo de bibia friend no home care visa bi ne call companies been a deal companies in the license today I have it. Sa license no revoke sa company license no. And those people are living in the UK illegally. Maybe ya die bi ohun. Na sa de na me no oko MTTD a it will shock people there. Me din ka kire mo. Ya nkofo bo UK. Omo UK no mo koye no. Omo de home care sa ye nurse fo ni bi na koye. Company bi na be fa obo koye. Sa company license no you're revoking the license. Meaning somebody who that company brought to the UK. And it is a promise from me. Sandy Pano, I will take you home. And I will make sure, because you see, as we speak, what's our nipana? What this company no fake adena edibedru UK na company every come license. Right now you are illegitimate. We are illegal immigrant. For now, no dear. What's our oba no be fee? Because I have all your status here. And you see, the criminality of the UK no, so the criminality be fee. I want to set something for people to understand. Inti where there, Mr. President, we beg you. Where there, Germany bogus neka, Italy bogus neka, France for America for yenkaho. Maintain your level small for the dollar. Thank you very much, Mr. President. All right, team, are you still with me? I'm on for the I never say. Hey, good evening to Mebusian for friend or Italy. Italy for Moka, Mebusian for Italy, Omon Mr. Francis Adoba, audio Mebusiani, won't count. Audio okay, we okay, you are doing well, you might have money day. Into Italy for Mr. Mebusian for more Verona, Mebusian for pa, me Mebusian for me, Quara, and what fast for Honia day. On one count, they are shielded. Okay, no papa, you Juma and Papa Uska, problem, no more for Sunami, Scasu fee, into Omcorandi, okay. Into Oko Italia, Verona, the Adoba family, the Omon count, I won't count, I 7 o'clock, Mr. President, Italy for the I am a doubt for me. Never part Napoli. Unim say, Oko Italia, a hot Napoli Kumasi. I impobwa fumbia, Omodeba Ghana bia Italy, a Napoli in free. I. Omo Tompoboa Ghana, 90% I'm going for Napoli. Nina, the glue na Napoli. Nina. Where they a ina medebam keke, me mamo story. Me say, Oba aya Italia. Obiko Italy no kacha kofa nyoma o Napoli amento. Oshampo wana ebe wai. Ai. Italy Kumasi. Mpobono mtoni nyina omdi glue na ye selection omdi ye utie mu na abu utie mu na wai me na mnim de meka madam fi papa oti Italy ai oti Napoli ai me panase ba ne papa yekwasra ne papa nsem bebre nti the foreign affairs minister Mr. Okujato Ablakwa and or the statement about Bontine said the Ghana embassy right now almost sending a year people who know the job, people who can start working diligently. Ya said in Kofo Aba embassy wa Omubabe be embassy from Thursday. IT department almost sending a group that is qualified to do legitimate work, visa processing, administrative work. Ninyina omse Thursday the embassy will officially work. Ghana embassy US Washington DC it will start on Thursday. Until the notice is out, Ghana's embassy in Washington DC to reopen for business on Thursday. That's the 9th. That is 29th of May 2025. In fact, I need to read the letter from the ministry. Ministry now, this is what the letter says, and it's coming from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Press release. Reopening of the Embassy of Ghana, Washington, D.C., United States of America. Accra, 27th May 2025. Following the recall of home-based staff and the suspension of local staff of the Ghana Embassy of the Embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C., United States of America, a team of seasoned diplomat led by an astute diplomat from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has been tasked to run the mission to ensure total system overhaul, restore integrity in the embassy operations, and complete ongoing structural reforms. Into the Omokenyana say, Oma sma nipa omunim de omunim edwumanim say omunyina embra embassy wo the minister say oma sma a group they are being led by an experienced diplomat why edwuma we ache o lead a group to come to the embassy to make sure say administrative works ni nyina applications reception job bibiano beto to na kwema ombe start edwuma from Thursday into a new team has been posted interim to come and make sure the embassy is what it's functioning into no information. Now, second paragraph, this is what they are saying. They are saying, it is worth noting that an information technology, that's the IT team, has already been deployed to reconfigure their website and payment platforms to do away with all unofficial and unauthorized links associated with the IT system of the embassy. almost say almost in kaya suma IT specialist group be a omoba abesha website ni pa send a bear Ghana ni na so person apply for visa or person open any information the website will be easy almost website links be ma illegal links na nipa bi di bomo krono ye the sa team no every Ghana ba omo expertise ana omo expertise wo ma omo ba be den omo ba be ye website ni ye amanyoma be gina na so ebema dealing with the Ghana embassy will be easy visa application will be in 5 days so person will be kasa you get somebody to speak to. Ombema a website now easy to navigate. Nyoma be easy. So person apply visa. So person bibia be easy. Our website is inti. Aya Okujato Ablakwa Honorable, who is the Foreign Affairs Minister, no, or say Yasumanipa Emma Sibio Omodinkain. Now the third paragraph, no, Asma Mokanini, I'm say the ministry wishes to inform the general public that the embassy is set to reopen on Thursday, 29th May 2025. We assure the measures have been put. We assure that measures have been put in place to clear the backlog. Any inconvenience resulting from our necessary intervention is deeply regretted. Almost say eye edwuma na ebia omo mo hodada no eya omujagu wa sebio no bi twan visa obi twan eye confirmation bi free embassy wa sebio edile no omo say omo pamochewa sesi adipa foforo na ba no ombe make sure say saa nyome ni nyina wa no ombe di hudwuma na saa process ni nyina omo gina so edi hudwuma ema 24 hours no omo make sure say obia ensaka eye de webusa ewo embassy wo nti we nyina eye very very important eye Honorable Okujato Ablakwa ede sa issue we abeto. Now I think ministry side information become home. I mean, kind of maybe phone lines, no. Also, the ministry additionally conveys that the unfortunate circumstances which led to the closure of the embassy have been brought to the attention of the Auditor General and the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana for further action and appropriate sanctions. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs takes this opportunity to reassure of its commitment to enhancing service delivery to the public, safeguarding transparency and accountability, and protecting Ghana's esteemed image in the committee the Committee of Nations. Into almost say omo ati Ghana for nsem bibre omo kan efa krono course no na emom no dia kwesini say omo a ye so omo pa e embassy a na omo bo krono e consulate wo ene Washington DC no omo de asem na ma Attorney General a omo hwehwem a sebio omo wo se atwe omaso no ye twe omaso 1.8 1.8 million ye fe no to nchen ba omias mo ka kire MPP for no say abane ekoto ye no nipa 2.1 million na eyo omunkofo no omunyina na omada. He knows for a fact to say sa nipa 2.1 million no omunyina ye MPP for o san kobotuma MPP ono onim data ne ka kire no inti nipa 1.8 no mutuma mahama no senka omu 2.1 million ne beto ya nka John Mahama when win election no kwasi afode ti obobu nsem street economics ni bi ni o ton tomatoes me answer there den ya obenya 2 series sa economics ni bi na or the politics no na muti wo baba omi abeka kire wo say nipa 2.1 million and toaba sa 2.1 omu nyina ya PP4 ba ku poni wo beto eti MPP na mutete wo mu bom nsem data bank mu ejibi she story bi o de momo she kind of analysis bi o de momo inti technically yen lusu aba no yen nkofo nkwa inti na NDC for so o hwe mu data mu a omni pa 1.8 so ama ameto aba wo ana because o hwe de ekona NDC for so nipa be 1.8 million omo so ma aba bontina ameto aba inti se ade yekoche 2.1 no ya omu NDC 1.8 and also 1.8 na ka say there's no way you make sense. Because you are telling the people, say, NDC and we need election, it is because we won't call for a B. NDC for some to catch us, almost when you call for you better abano. Into no so call for 3 million be almost almost no now at the Kudento Metro because someone say NDC be winning. So they felt to say, oh, the power is already gone. NDC be winning into almost one twaba. Have you considered those people? Into Baumia Besoka people for say, Obia one twaba or Ghana be MPP ni. Nankwasi afone to obo munsem. Message when I would power. We'll lose election by 1.8 million gap. This is your explanation. This is what you want us to look at and say 2028 Yamamedi president. Pele. Makacho se Baumia is a liar. Onim economics biao. Baumia onim se MPP for unko school. Majority of MPP for 90% omun ko school muma. They cannot read, understand, and use their common sense. There is school and there's common sense. MPP for Nankasano, because of politics and tribalism, they have decided not to use the common sense. They are always using a friend of party sense into their party. How can you lose elections with 1.8 million gap? Ebin Sida. 2016, Mokasana Nane Kufuado LED with 900,000. John Mahama Abba back Abba double number 9 1.8 million. Where the flag bearer almost 8 years. Where the vice president 8 years, 16 years. You can the longest serving a politician when you power Ghana a 16 years. In the NPP, you probably when you're privileged to enjoy a autocracy or then who Asha party so for 16 years. It is you. 16 good years. You have been the leader of the NPP. 16 years. You are still telling them, say, oh, the abysmal performance they've been seen. Majority of the people who voted for Kufuor in 2016 voted for him because of you. So be Kufuor without due respect to Rastafari and I say and you'll but no be say Kufuor or a drug addict. No be say Kufuor does not have the knowledge to rule. And internal message from 2012 to 2016 was that Bawumia is the economic wizard. He knows economics. On him how to situate the economy. In 2012 to 2016, from 2012 to 2016, Ghanaians didn't care about who speaks the best English. Ghanaians thought that we were going to get a leader who could change the economic fortunes of the nation. So all the symposium and lectures you were given, people believed, say, oh, was some magic touch, be the president, the dollar will stay at 3.8. We gave power to you for 8 years. Where Jimmy Kurado keep the dollar at 3.8. We gave power to you. You, the same person, told us to say, you introduced 33 policies in the history of Ghana. Politicians be introduced here. What did we get out of 33 policies? And then the cathedral, and then the GDP in the roofs over 100%. And then the Galamsey, and then the Bank of Ghana running into losses. And then the inflation hitting 57 over. You are not capable of doing this job. You are daft. And the MPP, the better they tell you, and the earlier they tell you, the better for them as a political party. You are empty. You are flat. You are only lying to the base who are not smart. The ignorant base who are just committed to party and have refused to use their common sense. There's a difference between common sense and book knowledge and as a party sense. Majority of the people following Bawumia, they are following a party sense. They have left the common sense behind. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you basically making Ghana for say you are not intelligent enough to lead? What kind of analogy and analysis is this? How can you sit and say 2.1 million people to Ghana no MPP for and the NDC for about munya no call for 1.2 so and to about into so about 2028. What will you tell the people? It means you don't have any message. It means you are lying to them. It means your failure, you don't know what to do to explain to them. You are flat. You are flat. And when I say you are flat, you don't have oxygen in your head to think about something better to tell the people. You are flat. Now look at this. This story is a very important story. Here will be story day. And John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic, Wakasa Mumami Jujum, about 10 o'clock exactly in Ghana. On YouTube, we are doing 12,556. On Facebook, we are blowing the numbers. On radio, we are all over the place. On TV, we are doing over 4.2 million eyeballs. We control the numbers because the facts. Now, John Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Wakasa, say, we have significantly reduced our debt by 150 billion over the last 5 months. Into last time you explained it, and John Mahama kasa PZ for Muntie Bro for no kano. Or say, Bosumi enumia omubedi Ghana nimno, eka na edaho, eka bochia ekufuado ne Bawumia boto wo, Canada Japan moje contract edi sikagu mu a eka ebeda ekomu no. Bosumi enumupe. John Mahama say on emphatically or say now by no automatic Ghana eka eda ekomu no, o mate so 150 billion. When you say now the take so the only way about take us to say ubetumi ama uksidi no emu aye den no ho aye den na Bank of Ghana no when you be different reserves and to be gold reserve and also dollar reserve. Recently we were told say there were about 10.6 billion reserves egu Bank of Ghana. Now the economy is doing well, so a kabia ne a day in dollar, which $1 is equal to 17 cedis then no. Today a kabia ya dibiano because of our currency is strong no. Sa e kana na e strong in dollar no and what na perform into right now near the 10 Ghana and now $10 5 months ago and the $10 bium we is at $10 and ka first no ka benya ebia 170 Ghana and the we is at $10 now unya 170 Ghana meaning a kana ye de no sa e kana perform into the way the city is appreciating you to me a save sika and neither John Mahama catch him say city to me appreciate it and I say it stays where it is now say it to me a consistent now you to me a very smooth sailor. It means so 5 months biana say dollar ni jina be 10.35 kra. It means the next 5 months no sa 150 billion no, we will drop again into your benya your debt so be 300 billion cedis. That is how you build a nation. So you try to get a lot of reserves, and then when you get a lot of reserves, we take na dollar na would tia ho kano dollar na ho den ba form no na we sika no 8 me tia more. Into right now no first link you one cedi bia say you rekwa kotua ye car na ye tua de ye $1 bia say kotua car na ye tua de 17 Ghana cedis and ye $1 say kotua car na say ye cedi a ye be yi 10 cedis na ye kotua $1 first na ye 17 cedis na ye tua $1 car into de obi ka $1 e UK Ghana de obi ka $1 e US say aban ni kotua na aban no Ghana 170 Ghana 170 and that's 17 Ghana cedis bia no de tua $1 and I could forward ne baumia na ye 17 Ghana cedis bia ne de tua $1. Remember so 17 Ghana cedis no interest that so technically we are paying about 19 to 20 Ghana cedis for $1 and the John Mahama mobile ben no 5 months and we 10 Ghana $1 meaning sa 7 cedis na that's na almost 9 cedis no John Mahama the 5 months we year through that is how yenya 150 billion a car yetumi akon. If it runs like this consistently, it means in a matter of a year or two, and I said before we exit the IMF program, no, now yetumi I exceed the expectations of the IMF. And this is basic economics and basic governance. Anytime we catch Ghana for say, you don't have to move away from what this government is doing. We need to support it. They are going to make mistakes, of course. This is a big government. There are thousands of people about together to form a government. We have agencies, we have deputy CEOs, we have people who Mahama did not even appoint, who are going to be appointed by somebody who was appointed by Mahama. And so one way or the other, somebody is going to make a mistake. So mistakes are bound to happen. But mistakes that are bound to happen is the government still focused, is the eye still on the ball. The okaso obeyno or yeah. Dollar no wama anwadena konform or kreti enjuma or ye kwine abani di no kre. Those are the bigger pictures you look at. It's not the small mistakes the government makes. Into an big general guy say, oh, Ablakwa kwa assembly into unresigner with Jimmy. We are looking at the job of Ablakwa. A Juma ben or ye impact ben a Ghana Funya. So impact na Ghana Funya a such any mistakes are. Then we will stick with Ablakwa to make sure say the Ghana Funya and nona yensaka. Finito. Into John Mahama aya economics no any governance no easy for you Ghanaians. We have to help him to help us. And the only way we can help him to help us is to make sure we believe in this government and believe in him. We have to believe in this government and believe in John Mahama, the policies. That is the only way that the NDC can bring back the Ghana we want. Right now, the resetting is on, and we are seeing the effect. We are seeing a positive effect. We should not kid with ourselves. This is the new Ghana. Every single businessman is refreshed. Obia enya confidence. Everybody is now open for business. People are confident today to put their money in the banks. Obi to kwanya kofanyoma ewo Japan about onsro because onimso ba kwa na be dollar no kwa eswate more. So so nti kwa be gina that is what we call confidence in the system. Business confidence. Sanya feno confidence. And John Mahama the confidence naba inti adwumadi investors, businessmen, entrepreneurs, they have confidence in the system. They can pump more money into the banks. The more investors, bank, the central bank, that is the Bank of Ghana, and the commercial bank, they also get money to run other businesses because the banks don't have money sitting there. it is businesses na this to bank na banks they ejuma. So businesses na as a businessman need confidence or bank anymore. What they do is sometimes they convert their money into something else. Sometimes they can buy gold and ship it out, or they can just transfer their money to outside the country. Now, so when you say confidence now, what they do is they stay with their money in the country. And what they do is they invest in our country and then they put the money in the banks in our country. That is how the banks also make interest. Right now, a year interest rate, the Bank of Ghana are dropping it from 30 to 28. Meaning, say, as time goes on, the interest rate interest form, it will also create room for a businessman to be able to borrow more. Because the more we borrow from government, the more the government makes money. The government makes money from the interest that we, at the end of the day, when we borrow money from them. So it is basically we intertwining. We all working together as a nation. We need to start building that confidence. And John Mahama, in 5 months, while here at 8 years, Nana Dankwe Kufuor, any Wontumi NPP could not do. It's going to be tough along the way, but we need to stick to the basics. We need to believe. We need to understand, say, this government has some good heart for us. And that is why today businesses are flourishing. That's why today we are all happy as a nation. Now look at the story. So our story was a very, very important story. And it's a story, it's about the ECG, Energy Ministry. And there may be some questions to be. Team, stay with me. There may be some simple questions. Okay, so thank you very much, team. My team nom information be breme. And they are sorry and MPP for any aji ye gidigidi. Gidigidi ni na saying almost say oh ECG containers na you say na ayira no and they say container no omohu. Now remember, a committee was put together to investigate the ECG containers. Now, the containers as we speak, from what we are hearing from the Ministry of Energy, and I said the Minister of Energy through their spokesperson, the initial number from the transition team was 3,000. The number put out by ECG was 2,500. And that is why these investigations are ongoing. Now, to retrieve all containers in the system, so far, we have traced 2,637 containers. Now, you get a transition team, time NDC Eba Power, no, MPP for no share energy, any ECG, so no, omni NDC for Tanasika say, a containers are away in Sema Yademamuni, 3,000 into stadia, or say the initial number, MPP for catcher NDC for 3,000. Now, NDC Waba Power no moon say no, and do 3,000, 2,500 containers. Now, the minister has set up a committee. When the minister set up the committee did the report to Baba Catcher Minister and say, the containers, we cannot find some. Now, we cannot find some means it could be anywhere that we should be able to trace. Now, when you open investigations into stuff like that, you expect to say, the containers, baby, you find where the containers are. The containers, it does not have to leave the port to be stolen. So containers bedroom port where somebody deliberately, there are so many agencies and now port services are you keep containers. Somebody can deliberately, Mr. S, get me the video. Did you get me the big video? What the MPP were doing was simple. How many containers in the bedroom? Ebia 7,000 or 10,000 or 2,000 containers for ECG. So a bedroom one place. What they do is they pick the containers and they spread it across the port. Now what they do is 2,000 containers. 200 around the it is at the port. 150 around the now their respective MPP for now they want to dupe us, because they cannot lift the containers one time from one holding place, they spread the containers around the port. But on the system, it will tell you that the containers are at the port. What will happen is when they split the containers like that, but it is all part of the 1,000 containers that came. Now the container, 200 containers, ama company C. Ninya port wo. Normal feature, no ko 10 wo. In this 10 containers, 10 companies, and a host 1,000 containers. They decide to take 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. Ubonsa oba corner so nyina short 10. But on paper, no, ECG has 1,000 containers at the port. So Udru Port where you will see say the ECG containers are 1,000, but when you count, you will not see the 1,000 containers. But on paper, you will see say there are 1,000 containers at the port. And Nitina Dubik Mahama, or better join news on Mubusa and say, where are the containers? Now all catch Ghana for say the containers are at the port. He knew say the containers had been lifted, they have been spread at the port. They have their own people that manage all these things. Until Dubik Mahama was insisting, say, containers now, it has not been stolen. The containers are at the port. Meaning, on what they do. Now, you see, when they bring the containers, one ship in a deba. Now, the moment you make one ship, and now one agency, pick containers to one place, it will be difficult for you to go in and take 200 or take 300. So what the ECG were doing, Dubik Mahama and say, 4, 5, 6 agencies. Say, oh, when you know a shipping companies at airport here, this one have space. Into 200 AKPMI. Where more space? 200 AKPMI. In this 5 companies are no be 200. On paper, ECG has 1,000 containers at the port. Now later, now Omankasa afeche. Sa company agi 200 mako yi 10 frame. No masa ako yi 10 frame. Until by the time you check, not 200, no, not 10 free, so 100 containers gone. But Ubusab Dubika, Wakacho say we have all the containers at the port. It is not missing. That is the investigation. Akoswa and the Emma committee na chief of staff, the national security, any Oma Kaneka police, Omo discover. Now the most interesting thing here, is simple. Mr. P, Mr. S, can you get me the Dubik Mahama video? Na minche Ghana for BB. That is why he was insisting. He was insisting during his interview. What Joy News? Ghana for say, oh, the containers are at the port. Go to the port. You will see the containers. But he could not specifically tell you the container is kept here or the container is kept here. So you can see clearly, say, they knew what they were doing. They had a plan. And the plan was that they wanted to confuse you Ghanaians. Because, oh, containers no, but at the end of the day, containers in your coin, you now my mention the AC. On say report in the buyer. The report said, investigations were supposed to be conducted. Now I want to ask the Attorney General a simple question. Tell my committee near report, say the board, which was led by Afrifa-Mensah, this is the board. Women are not on more board of ECG. The leadership of the MPP now, no board time and MPP power. Now, time a committee near report, report say ECG board, including the MD, they basically said, containers, the 1 billion and the Accra containers, edeba. Now, sir, also with the 1 billion at the containers, how did you end up spending 8 billion? That is the question majority of Ghanaians were asking. Say, now investigations now, Attorney General mo any Ghana national security, the Attorney General needs to be asking the question. Say, then ECG board and the NPP, Eka say almost spending 1 billion to go buy equipment for ECG, but at the end of the day, spent 8 billion. Now something has happened. I want to ask the Attorney General, why is he? Because I mentioned this is the evidence. In the report, and this is what they showed us. Now, she report in the finding of procurement, the equipment are ECG procure under Afrifa-Mensah under another pre. Now, so check a report now. You see down there, 2024. I want the red line afano. Almost say year 2024 value of planned procurement. 2024 answer on befra bamuno omuka say the 1.3 billion equipment ama ECG. Now ND at the end of the day procure nyoma 8.3 billion. Now this was the part of the reason why the energy minister Eka say investigations should be opened into ECG. It wasn't just about the missing containers. It was about the leadership at ECG. How they arrived at 8 billion. Abra na almost say procurement plans, na 1.3 billion. There was a difference of 6.8 billion. How did we get to 6.8 billion? So the energy minister was asking, John Abujinapo a committee to look into the matters. Now, who was the board chair of this ECG? The board in 2024, it was Afrifa-Mensah. Another Umpre was there. And the other guy, Olidi Parliament. These were the people who were leading ECG board. Habib Idrisu, right now, or a deputy minority whip, chief whip. Another Umpre, or a minority chief whip. And Afrifa-Mensah, or a minority leader. These were the three people who were handling ECG. And how did we say we have planned procurement, which is 1.3 billion in 2024? How did we end up paying 8.3 billion? What caused the 8 billion? Now, the question I'm asking the Attorney General is simple. Attorney General, let me play a Dubik Mahama video in intro. Then I'll ask the Attorney General some simple questions. And it's not Dubik Mahama. Ghana for Butan said, where are the containers? Because you are the boss of ECG. Where are the containers? He insisted that the containers were at the port. He was telling Ghanaians, say, the containers are at the port. We need to do a serious search. Why was he saying that? He knew, say, containers no the bar. No much shada hankasa hankasa shipping companies were port war. Because Omeka just say, oh, one shipping company cannot take all the 2,000. Into no much split ya momo. Into omo chema omo companies now, then they go there, they will go and take 20. Into omo way 200, omo man ko 100, omo man ko 10. Obe check it not 10 3,000 containers are. Ubo so obe checks no na 3,000 no 1,500. But on paper no, ECG is keeping 3,000 containers at the port. 80 time not to joy catch him say, oh, the containers at the port, we should do a serious check. No? He knew that when we do serious search and check, we will find that any containers na can in naira. Omo yibi, but a biwo. But he could not tell us to say the container near the way so keep it. Because the moment he does the pointing or he shows us specifically who are holding the containers at the port, we will know, say, those are the places they went to steal the containers. That is why they were quick to say, aha. When we say Siano, NPP for your container be the containers are still lost. Now, investigations are still ongoing. I want to ask the Attorney General a question. Attorney General, this is a very simple, respectful question I'm asking you. Afrifa-Mensah was the board of ECG. They told us we were going to procure a year equipment 1 billion. In 2024, they ended up procuring 8 billion. Why haven't you called Afrifa-Mensah? Why haven't you called Afrifa-Mensah to call him to interrogate him? Why haven't you called Anodompre, who used to be part of the board, to interrogate him? Why haven't you called Dubik? Why haven't you called these three people? I am asking the Attorney General a simple question. Why is Afrifa-Mensah? Why hasn't he been called? Because if investigations have been opened, why haven't they been called? Because what I know, the energy ministry, they don't have the powers to prosecute or call people and investigate them. The energy ministry can tell you that they have found this, investigate it. Now, why is it said, the Attorney General, Mr. Ayeni, you are not interested in calling Afrifa-Mensah, who was the board chair when this issue happened? Because it was under his watch. And Omoko procure equipment worth 1 billion, but they ended up procuring 8 billion. So I'm asking you, Attorney General, why haven't you called Afrifa-Mensah? Why haven't you called Anodompre? Why haven't you called Habib Idrisu? Why haven't you taken their statements? Why haven't you made them understand that their statement is needed in these investigations? Because you're very, very involved in this scam we are talking about. It is Afrifa-Mensah, Anodompre, and Habib Idrisu. The reason why I'm asking this is we have intercepted a letter the energy minister, the ministry wrote to you that the investigations needs to be done. They don't have the powers to investigate. So, Mr. Ayeni, this is the letter. Let me read the letter to you. This is a letter the energy ministry wrote to the Attorney General. And my question to the Attorney General is, why have you not called Afrifa-Mensah? Why have you not officially sent Afrifa-Mensah to invited Afrifa-Mensah to come for interrogation? Because as we speak today, Afrifa-Mensah is the culprit here, ordinary criminal. No? He was the board chair. Are you playing some games? Are you trying to favor some of your friends? Are you trying to cover up some things for some people? These are simple questions I'm asking. Because from the letter the Energy Ministry sent to you, it was clear. And this letter was sent on the 2nd of April, 2025. We are in May. Why haven't you called Afrifa-Mensah, Attorney General? We are talking about 1.1 billion to 8 billion. Investigations are still ongoing. But from the 2nd of April to May, almost the end of May, you have not questioned Afrifa-Mensah on this criminality. You have not questioned Anodompre on this criminality. You have not questioned Idrisu on this criminality. Why have you refused to call Afrifa-Mensah? Because from my checks, you have not called Afrifa-Mensah to interrogate him on this matter. This is the letter that was brought to you, Attorney General. Show us something. Tell us the reason. Because Professor Emil Kumfi, he was the board chair of GIF when the SkyTrain issue happened. You have been able to drag a Kumfi to the courts. We want you to apply the same thing. Because Afrifa-Mensah was the board chair of ECG, and investigations clearly shows that the board chair needs to answer questions. So what to me the Professor Emil Kumfi Bejina court, Senate or your board chair, why are you refusing to bring Afrifa-Mensah in? Why are you refusing to bring Anodompre in? Why are you refusing to bring Idris in? Are you hiding something from us? We want to know. Tell us the reason why the board chair Afrifa-Mensah has not been invited, has not been interrogated. You people need to ask him serious questions because the board, at the end of the day, they sanctioned for this to be done. Afrifa-Mensah led the board to allow 8 billion to be spent. So Afrifa-Mensah needs to come and answer questions. Let me read the letter to you. Now, request for review of the report on the investigation into the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG's container held up at the Tema port. And this letter was written to the Attorney General from the Ministry of Energy. You can see on the top, the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Office of the Attorney General, and Ministry of Justice, Main Ministries Area, Accra. Now, I'm reading letter no entro. Letter and this letter was written from the Energy Ministry. Mr. John Jenapo, he wrote it to the Attorney General. Till date, the Attorney General has not taken any action on this matter. 8 billion. Procurement was supposed to be 1 billion. It turned out to be 8 billion, a difference of 6.3 billion. Afrifa-Mensah is still working. You have not called him. Mr. Ayeni, what is the problem? What is happening? Are you playing some friendship game here? Are you trying to cover up for some people? These are simple questions I'm asking out of respect. This is what the letter says. It says, I refer to the attached report of the technical committee constituted by the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition to conduct investigations into the status of the estimated 2,500 containers of ECG at the Tema port. Now, the finalization of the investigation of the committee revealed that 1,357 of these containers could not be accounted for, thus allegedly missing. Following the committee's report, when the committee did the investigations, they came to that realization that the board, instead of spending 1 billion to procure equipment or whatever for ECG, they ended up procuring 8 billion. So the containers, including the procurement process, is all part of the investigations. The container is one part of the investigations. Now we need to know the procurement part of the investigations. We want to know the committee report, the procurement part, which is the procurement part which moved from 1 billion to 8 billion. It is also part of the committee's report. Why are you not touching that one? Into reading or saying, following the committee's report, the ministry has requested the National Investigations Bureau to commence investigations into the missing containers and has also engaged the national security to secure the retrieved containers at the port pending the ongoing joint audits and investigations. Pursuant to the above, the ministry kindly request your outfit to conduct thorough. See the last sentence, another last paragraph. Or say, pursuant to the above, the ministry kindly. So pursuant to the above, the ministry is referring to the committee's report, and whatever is in the report needs to be investigated. It's not just the container. It is about the procurement breaches. So pursuant to the above, the ministry kindly requests your outfit to conduct a thorough review of the findings of the investigative report. The findings of the investigative report. It goes on to say this, and advise the ministry on the approach and advise the ministry on the appropriate legal action to be taken. I count on your usual support. Please accept the assurances of my highest consideration. John Abu Jinapo. And then he CC'd the Deputy Minister, Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Who did he CC again? He CC'd everybody. So I'm asking the Attorney General. Attorney General, the committee report, it has the container part to investigate, and it also has the procurement breaches part to investigate. Why haven't you called Afrifa-Mensah? Why haven't you called Anodompre? Why haven't you called Idris? Why have you decided not to touch on the procurement breaches? Because from the documents I'm showing Ghanaians now, the committee report clearly states here that in the year 2024, the government, MPP government, the ECG board, led by Afrifa-Mensah, Anodompre, and the Idris guy, who are all parliamentarians with you in parliament, they said the value of planned procurement in 2024 1 billion, 1.3 billion. That is the amount they said we're going to spend. They have done all their checks, they have added their shipping costs, they have checked all the prices of all the goods. They came to that conclusion, said, Omobe cry nyoma 1.3 billion. Before they left power in December, they had procured 8.2 billion. Almost 6.8 billion in account. Attorney General, why are you not interested in calling the board chair to ask him, Afrifa-Mensah, this is a criminal investigation, and you, as the board chair, you need to answer questions, because at the end of the day, wait to me, the Professor Ekumfiako Jina court, because now you're board chair or gift, then you should be able to call Afrifa-Mensah in to answer questions. As simple as that. We are not done with this subject. I'll come back to you, Attorney General. You need to give us answers this week. If you have called people to investigate or interrogate them, tell us. Come and brief us. So far, the committee report, the procurement part, come and brief us. Don't hide anything from us. We want you to call the people involved. Afrifa-Mensah was the board chair. I don't care whether he's your friend. I don't care your relationship with him. I don't care your relationship with Anodompre. What we are asking is the ECG board, led by Afrifa-Mensah, Anodompre, Idris, they made sure the procurement issues, the procurement they did in 2024, they said they were going to spend 1.3 billion. They ended up spending 8.3 billion. Tell us, call them, ask them, why 8.3 billion? I'm going to come back to this matter, Attorney General. Respectfully, I want you to speak on this matter. You and your deputy, speak on this matter. I know investigations are still ongoing. Let us know how far with our investigations, who you have interviewed. Ghanaians will be happy to know that the board chair has been interviewed. Ghanaians will be happy to know that the deputy minority leader has been interviewed. And the minority leader, Afrifa-Mensah, has been interviewed. This is a criminal case. This is not civil. This is criminal. I'll be back. Now, let's look at this story. It's exactly 6:31. Good timing. This is an interesting story. And Adole. Adole. I had a former Chief Justice. Now, before I talk about Adole, let me show you one story. Adole is the lawyer, Godfrey Dame. Godfrey Dame said, do you know, sir, Godfrey Dame, on the Madame Adole, Araba Tokonu, the former Chief Justice, on the lawyer. Makache Godfrey Dame said, he should quit trying to fight his seniors. Sorry, Thaddeus, sorry, them, they are your seniors. Quit fighting them. Dedicate your time to help people with disability. They need more lawyers to speak for them. Now, Godfrey Dame Ababontina Beka Assembly Achre, or say, Andrea Nane, the client, the former Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokonu, she was screaming all over the place, say, her fundamental human right, it has been breached. Sebio, amanphobia tetin or committee, na say, adentra, or say, male security persons were made to scan, and yes, search were not made to conduct physical touch search or say adikudientia adole eye araba tokonu eye former chief justice adikudientia ma America said the fundamental rights yet the fan who didn't say or say eoco committee no. What happened was that male security men used a scanner to scan her body. Onkuta fe and the fan who fe or say an unquanti ya infringing on the right so yet the fan who dear so era de yagopo. They say among us a problem they say wo damn o client no. When ya brewana wo defraud no. Meboa. Go for dame. When ya abrewa and a wo defraud no. Omo catch say now some of the reasons omo man say one eya oba patokonu eya aka osno maame stroke eya adole or say ono oko committee hearing no yama bema ene de fefe machine na ya de fa hu say fefe no so on tiase madam and the we catch say court case ba court na say eya bema case ayama oba nkwantena so na say bema case ba yama oba case ba yama oba nkwantena so. It's court now what no sana what na what member cases so. Look at some of the nonsense excuses they are giving and wasting our money. The second reason I'll say yet the far who dear soon say or say na anko person you kunu edinechi na oko committee no ekotena committee nanim. Na ya mpene mani kunu anko tena committee nanim. Every say committee ni say ade na omo ya no it should be held in secrecy to protect you the chief justice and also to protect the judiciary. Now, I want to ask a simple question. The whole thing is, ura inside now committee anymore. Because this matter is a sensitive matter, you are going to take an oath. You are going to take an oath. So we dear truck with jail. Now, when you go into the room to meet the committee, so who could do it here? Your husband cannot be forced to take an oath because at the end of the day, it does not bind him. Now, whatever he hears at the committee, whatever rule that was set there, the oath you took, emrana a bon who buy a committee na say, send a beya wo araba tokonu upia on fraf in your mark and can't say, when you catch them in Tikokan. Because you know, says elikia wo get tokonu, you go to jail. Now the problem you say, we did not allow her husband to follow her inside. Your husband should not be allowed because when your husband enter the room, he will come out and gossip. He is not the subject. He goes in without taking an oath. Your husband can come out and lie to Ghanaians and cause a lot of chaos and misunderstanding and misinformation and disinformation. So the committee, being intelligent than you and your lawyer, they said they needed you and your lawyer because you are going to take an oath. And your lawyer too is also under oath. So whatever leaves that premises, you people will be held accountable. And nintina omama ukunu na amba because the probability say ukunu ebetrasia obekwa kodi concern is high. Into until say yamani ukunu enwurem. Into anu nintina oko court. That is the reason why Adole is going to court. You are not serious. They don't have any excuse again. From the beginning, Jomaham Penasem, from the beginning, NDC for Besobino. Oma your excuses in Manesi and the Wabetra committee anymore. Or seeing police near or Bema and a machine fan who to on Tiasie. Hey, almighty token. Almighty Gertrude. And then the police, the faith found one also a Bema and Tiasie. Women lives matter. And then they were realizing. Inti yesi almighty tokonu mema police form fa fe fa hu hwe se o de bombe ba inti anu nti yetieti ofa hu die so inti mame chechire mu nchire eye PZ4 obi entieti a eye tokonu fa hu die so osoro ko committee nanim no on pese oba bema e de machine be fa no ho se ebia sikan hye no ho odko wo eye omomo ho no a osoro ntia se bema ne kuta machine a o de afa no bema na anso ni mu o obi amfa ne nsa anhyehye na taade mu omo de machine na fa na ho keke ye fin oso on TV da okokot owie no se ya amani kunu ndi nachi enwurem enti onti ase ye tietia de fa ahudie ho ada toko no we virgin ana toko no we virgin obi anka ebuda ada ntina usoro se be ma de fa ho we virgin ana obi ambomu ana nkran nya adopted unya virgin the problem man ho inti pizza for nyama mienu itina eye madam toko ni say ye teacher fan wo so na ma chechiri ma kire no ni kunu entumi wura ho bi every say constitution say ade no yenye ne den in secrecy constitution asa ka o say yentumi fa camera nko ho yenyina ye di constitution so say madam toko no wura mu a e wo say oje eye bible no di nsie say asem a omo be kan ho asem no odi pia bontene a obetuma akode fiase ni kunu obi antumi nhyade sɛ ondi nsie nti ne kunu betumi etie no akoka na obontena be sɛ Ghana fo adwene ɛno nti na ɛyɛ committee na ama ne kunu ewurem nti obi antietie no fa anwodie so ɔnka no korɛ onim sɛ Ghana fo MPP fo adwene wɔ fam ɛna wama saa ɛyɛ man we are he needs to go represent people with disability in Ghana ɛyɛ Godfrey Dame no he's making Godfrey Dame the black-faced liar to come and throw dust into your eyes now so ko anima ɛyɛ Chief Justice no or say wachira koma eye Attorney General say Attorney General me pese ni manim ya asem na ye kan committee ni famra camera so toko no utirim ya wo de best alewa hyewoto madam toko no e bia black and white alewa e bi hyewoto tama oto ni utirim ya wo de ntu nam Ghana I say wanko a obi anka wa asem ho I say toko no utirim ya wo de dodo I say weni je ho I say alewa hyewoto ntire bia na I say ho ya wo de utirim ya wo de let them do this for me hey maintain your level, Adule. Now, EC, the Attorney General has responded to the former Chief Justice. AG responds to Gertrude Tokonu's suit for a waiver of an in-camera hearing. Insists it is a constitutional command aimed at safeguarding not only the Chief Justice, but the entire judiciary, and therefore cannot be waived. Chief Justice Attorney General saw the court to say, partner, yeah, ni interview no amba camera mu no ana ya nhwe no TV so on tiase e na Attorney General say Chief Justice madam e wom say wudi alewa woto ama utimu ayo de woto ayo de into na mana wo sheki ho but constitution in edi edwuma Ghana the sense of entitlement na e wo utimu no it cannot change or you cannot force us to change the constitution. The Attorney General is working within the constitution. The agencies or the committee or the president and the Council of State, they all went by the constitution. So we cannot bend the constitution for you to fuck it. Enti Attorney General kacha Madam Toko say, "Alewa de tia woto na ama woto aya ode, ama utimu so aya ode. Na enya wunti na sebio constitution no ye bebu ni kom mana favor because constitution can declare say adie we edisi aye no camera adie we o say aye no eye de epunechi se ne be ya yengu eye judiciary nanim ase na yengu wankasa wo so anim ase enti constitution ankasa e bo ho ban endi sa woto ya woda pia bontene de go fe woto na bebi a committee ni won de alewa na sha woto no katwom na tie questions na ma answers wedwa abrantie yi okeka nsem o emu odin de wonhwe akọ and another colleague who is a classmate or a judge or Ghana, a former judge. Let me put it that way. Or say the CJ was pregnant during her undergrad studies at the University of Ghana. So she was divergent a long time ago. I don't think a message I'm reading here. I don't agree with it. Message na me kan nyina say judge bi o ne eye Madam Toko no ko school e o Legon no si o Toko no o Legon no o ye ne undergrad onyeme ye enti mintumi nka say eye Madam Toko no e virgin ye divergenize no at Legon where a message, and I'm not saying say we agree with the message. I am passing on a message. The law is the law.